this is module 5 part 1, and in this part we are going to be detailing a slab. Okay, so we are going to be detailing this slab. All right, so to start with, I want to do my drawing setup. Okay, so I'll click on drawing setup. I'm going to select A3 paper size. Okay, so I'll click OK. My scale for my slab detail is going to be scale 1 to 100. Okay, all right, I'll click OK. All right, my sheet number, let me call it sheet 05 S005. Okay, right, you can enter your client's detail and other details. Okay, here. All right, so I'll just click OK. Now what I'm going to do is I will move this aside. Okay, I don't need it for now. I'll move it aside. Okay, so now we are going to start with the detailing of this. Now to start with, my bottom reinforcements, okay, remember this is a slab, this is not a raft foundation. So my bottom reinforcements are going to be in the span, okay, while my top reinforcements are going to be across the supports, okay, in this direction, and across the supports in this direction. Okay, now my bottom reinforcement, I'm going to take it from here to here. I will splice it at this support. Okay, this is 5 meters, this is 4 meters. That will give me roughly 10 meters. Okay, with my return, that will give me roughly 11 meters, which is less than the length of a steel bar. Okay, so in this direction, okay, here is 6 meters. Okay, here is 6.5 meters. Okay, so I'm going to splice the reinforcement at this support, okay, for the bottom reinforcement. Okay, for the top reinforcement, I'm going to have 1/4 here, 1/4 here, 1/4 of this span here, 1/4 here, all over. All right, so now I'm going to start with the detailing. To start with, let me create my first bottom reinforcement. Okay, I'm going to create that first bottom reinforcement from here to here. Now remember, I told you, if you want to range a new mark, you can come here, okay, and click on range new mark. Okay, so the first time you do it, it will ask you to enter the member title. I'll call it slab details. Okay, and I'll click on OK. All right, so I'm going to be using single fixed pitch, okay, for slabs and raft. Okay, remember when we were doing staircase, we were using single indicator, but in slabs we are going to be using single fixed pitch. All right, so I'm going to select my shape code, okay, to be 39. Okay, my steel grade to be Y, okay, and my bar size to be 12 mm bar. Okay, my bar mark will start from 1. Okay, the spacings, I will enter it later. Okay, since I'm starting with the bottom reinforcement, I'll type B. Okay, so now I can just click here and type some preliminary sizes for the reinforcement. I can just type like 9,000. Okay, B, okay, my slab is 150 thick. Okay, minus cover of 25, that will be 100. And C, my return, I always maintain 1,000. Okay, for a span that is greater than 3 meters. Okay, if the span is less than 3 meters, I always maintain 500. Okay, but the actual value for the return is 0.15 times span. Okay, all right. So with this now, I'll click on OK. Okay, I'm going to start with the side view and I'll click on OK. All right, so to start with, okay, I'll click here. Okay, click here, click and clicked. Okay, so I've placed the bar, so it's prompting me to pick range line for data. Or enter continue. I'll just click enter. Okay, it's a pick the start point of the first group. Okay, I'll come here and I'll come somewhere here. Let me come somewhere and click. Okay, offset is going to be 25 as cover. Okay, I'll come here, click, offset is going to be 25 as cover, enter. I'll enter my spacing to be 200, enter. Okay, it's prompting me to click enter to continue. I'll click enter. Okay, pick next range. Okay, I'll pick the start, offset 25, enter. Okay, go to the end, click offset 25, enter. I'll click enter again. So I'll click the next point, offset 25. Okay, I'll click the next point, offset 25, enter. Okay, enter again. So yeah, it's asking me to pick. Okay, next point, I'm done, so I'll click enter to finish. Okay, group 1, I'm going to maintain group 1. Okay, so I'll just wait for submit. Okay, you can see now it has placed the range lines for me. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to place the call out. Okay, say label bar, I'll say yes, I want to label the bars. Okay, all right. So now what I need to do is to click and click. Okay, so that bar has been placed perfectly for me. All I need to do now is to stretch it. Okay, click enter and I'll stretch it here. Okay, I'll stretch again. I'll just select here. I'll just extend it by, let's say, 300 and enter. All right, so I've effectively detailed my first bottom bar. Okay, so now let me detail the second bottom bar. Okay, but what I'm going to do now, okay, I'm going to mirror the first one I've created. So I'll select this. Okay, I'll select this and I'll mirror. Okay, so to mirror now, I'm going to pick here as my midpoint. Okay, here, erase source object, no. Now I'm going to be mirroring bar set. Okay, I'm going to be mirroring bar set. Okay, so now it has been mirrored. Okay, all I need to do now is to move this bar up. Okay, all right. So now I will now stretch this bar backward. Okay, and stretch it, let's say, enter, let's say by 300. Alright, so I'm done with my bottom reinforcement in the Y direction. So the next thing I'm going to do is to detail my bottom reinforcement. Okay, my bottom reinforcement in the, I'll detail my bottom reinforcement in the X direction. Okay, so now I can copy this one and rotate. It's allowed. Okay, but what I'm going to do is that I'm going to detail it from scratch. Okay, so I'll right click, Cadsrc, draw range, new mark. Okay, single fixed. Okay, okay, what I'm going to do now, okay, it's going to still be a bottom bar. Okay, so I'll come here, I'll just type 6,500. Okay, B is 100 and C is 1,000. Okay, so I think that is it. I'll click on OK. So I'll come somewhere here. Okay, I'll click and click. All right, so the bar has been drawn. Okay, it is now time to range the bar. Okay, to do that, it's asking me to pick range. I'll just click enter. So you see, pick the start point for the first. Okay, I'll click here. Okay, 25 cover, and 25 cover, enter. Spacing 200, enter. Okay, I'll continue, start, enter, end, enter. Okay, I'll continue, start, enter, end, enter. Okay, I'll continue, start, enter. Okay, end, enter. Okay, Okay, I'm done, so I'll click enter to finish. I'll use group 2, enter. Alright, so now all I need to do is to label the bar. Click yes, enter. Okay, so I'll come here, click and click. Alright, so my first bar in the ranging in the x direction had been created. All I need to do now is to mirror this bar. Okay, so I'll just select the bar. Okay, I'll mirror. I will look for the midpoint here. So no, I'll mirror bar set. Okay, alright, I've mirrored the bar set. So all I need to do is to move this bar, okay, away, slightly away, move. Okay, so now all I need to do here is to, okay, I'll stretch this bar, enter. I will now stretch the bar, 300, enter. Okay, I'll stretch this bar, enter. I will now stretch the bar, 300, enter. Okay, so the bar just needs to overlap a little bit, that is all. Okay, so now I've done those two bars. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to, these two bars I've copied, I'm going to call them out. Okay, I'll first add the leader line, okay, from here. Okay, I'll take the leader line out to somewhere here, enter. Then I will label existing bar. Okay, I'll select this bar, I'll come here, click and click. Okay, so I've labeled that one, enter. So I'll add the leader line for this bar. Okay, I'll come out here, click, enter. I'll label an existing bar. Okay, this is the bar. I'll pick it. Okay, come here, click and click. Alright, so now I've successfully, called out my bottom bars. So that is that for the bottom bars. Okay, so my next task now is to create the top bars. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. I have 5 of them, so I will start with this one. Okay, all right. Now to start with, okay, I know this span is 5 4. Okay, so I'm going to be dividing all these spans by 4 and be offsetting. Okay, so I'll first click on escape, bring out my calculator. Okay, so I will start with 400 divided by 4 is equals to 1350. 4300 divided by 4 equal to 1075, and 3000 divided by 4 equals to 750. So I'll start with 1350. I'll click on offset, 1350, enter. I'll click here. Okay, I'll click on enter. I'll click on enter again, 1075, enter. I'll offset here, offset here, offset here, and offset here. So my last offset is going to be 750, enter, and offset. Okay, so that is that. Now all I can do here, okay, I can just measure from here to here. That's 2425. Okay, so now I'm going to create a bar from here to here. Okay, to start with, create a bar from here to here. Okay, to do that, okay, I'm going to range new mark. Okay, so I'm going to be using a straight bar. Okay, shape code 20. Okay, it's going to be a top bar. All right, so the length is going to be 2425. Okay, I'll click on okay. So okay, everything is okay. I will determine this when I'm drawing the bar. I'll determine the spacing. So all I need to do is to click on OK. Alright, so I'll just come here, somewhere here. Okay, I will come somewhere, this is somewhere here. Click and click. Okay, so pick range line, I'll just click on enter. I'll start my range line from here, 25, enter. I'll go to the end, click 25, enter, enter my spacing of 200, enter. So I'll go to the next one, I'll click enter again, go to the next one, click offset of 25, click offset of 25, enter, click offset of 25, click offset of 25, enter. I'm done, so I'll click enter to finish. Group 3, enter. Alright, so I want to label my bar, I'll click on yes. Okay, so I'll come here, click and click. So that is that. Okay, my first bar had been drawn correctly. So now all I need to do, okay, I don't need to continue drawing these ones. I can just select this one and copy. Okay, right click, copy. Okay, I'll copy from here. Okay, to here, copy bar set to here. Okay, enter. So all I need to do now to achieve my final aim is to stretch. Okay, I'll click, enter, select and stretch. Click, enter, select and stretch. Okay, so that is that. All I need to do now is to dimension, is to add the call out for this. To do that, I'll add the leader first. Okay, enter, add another leader here, enter, then label an existing bar. Okay, you can see that this bar will take a new bar mark now since the lengths are different. Okay, so I'll click here, click. Okay, you can see this is bar mark, this 05, this 06. Now this one is going to be 07. Okay, label an existing bar, select the bar, okay, escape, label an existing bar, pick bar, pick the bar, come here, click and click. Alright, so you can see now my top bars in this direction had been determined correctly. So what I'm left with now is to place the top bar in this direction. To do that, I have 6,000 here, 2,500 and 4,000. So I'll come to my calculator. 6,000 divided by 4, that's 1,500. Okay, 2,500 divided by 4, that is 625, and 4,000 divided by 4. Okay, that's 1,000. Okay, 1,500, 625, 1,000. So I'll come here, offset. Okay, 1,500, enter. Okay, I'll click and click, enter. 625, enter. Okay, I'll click and click, enter. 1,000, enter. Click and click. I'll repeat that. 1,000, enter. Click and click, enter. So I'll delete this one. Okay, so now I'm ready to draw my first bar. So what I'm going to do is that I need to know distance from here to here. Okay, and that distance is 2125. Okay, 2125. So I have an option of copying this one. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. I'll draw the first bar, then copy to the other side. So to draw the first bar, now I'll come here. okay, range new mark, single fixed pitch. I'm using Y12, okay. This is top bar, okay. So I'm 2125, okay, and okay. So I'll just come here, okay. Okay, let me use this side. I'll come here, click and click, okay. Pick range, I'll just click enter. Start of this range now, I'll come here, okay, click, okay, enter, 25 mm, enter, click, 25 mm offset, enter, enter. My spacing is 200, enter and enter. So I'll continue picking, okay, pick 25 mm, enter, pick 25 mm, enter, enter, pick 25 mm, enter, pick 25 mm, enter, enter, pick 25 mm, enter, pick 25 mm, enter, enter. So I'm done, so I'll just click enter to finish. Group 4, enter, okay. So I want to label my bar, yes. So I'll just come out here, click and click. So you can see this bar had been drawn perfectly and correctly. So all I need to do now, I'll mirror it to the other side and stretch, okay. Or I can even copy, but I think it's better I mirror it to the other side then stretch. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll select it, okay, MI mirror. I'll come here, look for the midpoint, okay, or I can just shift right click, midpoint between 2 points, okay. I can select here, okay, go like this, erase source object, no, mirror bar set, yes. Alright, so it's been mirrored correctly. All I need to do now, okay, is to move this down a little bit, okay. So I'll select this and move it down, okay. I'll move it down a little bit, okay. So I'll now stretch. I'll stretch this one, alright. So now all I need to do now is to label this one. So I will click here, okay, pick here as my start point, come out here and click enter. Label an existing bar, come here, click on this bar, okay, come here, click, okay, and click. So that is that. Now I've successfully defined my top bars. All right, so bottom bar created and top bar created. All I need to do now is to create my distribution bars, okay. My distribution bars are all top bars. So this is what I'm going to do, okay. I'm going to, okay, my distribution bars are going to be shape code 20. They are going to be straight bars. So I'm going to copy, okay. So I'm going to copy this bar, okay. Or this one I'm going to do, I'll do one, okay. Once I'm done with one, I will now, once I'm done with one, I will now copy, okay. All right. All right. So let me do for one, okay. I'll come here, range new mark, single fixed, okay. All the distribution bars are top distribution bar, so they are going to be T. I'll just give it a length of, let's say, 4000. I can stretch later, okay, and okay. Okay, so I'll come somewhere here, okay, click, come somewhere here and click, okay. So once I've done that, okay, once I've done that, I will now click on okay. So this is prompting me to pick start point, so I will come here, click here as my start point, offset 25, enter, come here, track this point, click here, offset should be 25 to enter, and enter. My spacing is 200. Okay, enter. All right, so I'll continue this. I'll just click enter, then continue. Okay, I've covered the first top bar. Okay, I'll come here. This is the second top bar. Okay, I'll track. Okay, this one is already. I'll just click spacing of enter. I'll come here, click enter. Okay, and enter. Okay, I'll come here, click enter, come here, click enter, enter. Okay, so the last top bar is going to be this one. So I'll come here, track, click enter, click enter, enter. Now I'm done. I'll click enter to finish. I'm going to use group 5 here, enter. Alright, so I'll now go to the top here and place my label. Yes. Okay, I'll come here, click and click. So my first distribution bar had been created successfully. So all I need to do now to make this legible, okay, I can move this bar up a little bit. So I will just select, okay, and move it up. Okay, okay, I'll move it up a little bit. Okay, so I can move this up, can select all of them so there will be no interference, can select all of them, okay, I'll move it up. Alright, so that is that. So now all I need to do now, okay, I've done one. I can just select that one. Okay, can select it. Okay, I'll select that one and I'll copy. Okay, so I'll need it. I need one here, I need one here, okay, and I need one here. So I can just copy, CO, copy. So I'll come, okay, I'll copy it from here. Okay, I'll place the first one somewhere here. Copy bar set, place the second one somewhere here, and place the last one somewhere here. Alright, so that is that. So all I need to do now is to just stretch a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to stretch, enter. I'll stretch this one down a little bit. Okay, I'll also stretch this one down a little bit. Okay, so I will also stretch this one down a little bit. Okay, I will stretch this one down a little bit. Okay, so I'll stretch this one down a little bit. Okay, I'll stretch this one down a little bit. Alright, so that is that with this distribution bar. To finish this distribution bar in this direction, all I need to do is to come to my arrows. Okay, I'll pick here. Okay, go up, click enter, repeat it, pick here, repeat it, pick here. So I will now label them. Okay, label an existing bar. I've done for this one. I'll click on this, come here, click and click, enter, repeat, pick this one, come here, pick and pick, enter, repeat, pick this one, click and click, enter. Okay, so I'm done with the top distribution bar in this direction. So I now need to do the top distribution bar in this direction. Okay, I'll check if there are any clashes. Okay, no clashes for now. So I'm going to do the top distribution bar in the opposite direction. To do that, okay, but first let me check. Okay, this is bar mark 10. Okay, this is 11, this is 12, and this is 13. That is perfect. All right, so now the top distribution bar in this direction. Okay, I'll do for one and then I will copy. Okay, now to do that, I'll right click, Cadsrc, range, new mark, single fixed pitch, distribution bar. All of them are top distribution bar. Okay, here I will use let's say 5,000, enter. Okay, so I'll come here, click and click. Okay, so the bar had been drawn. So all I need to do now is to label the bar. So I'm going to, okay, start from here. I'll start labeling from here. Click 25, enter. Go to the, okay, track this one. Click, enter, enter. Spacing 200, enter. Okay, okay, enter. So I'll continue. Okay, click, enter, click, enter, enter. Okay, I'll continue. Click, enter, click, enter, enter. Okay, I'll continue. Click, enter, click, enter, enter. Okay, so I'll track here, enter, enter, enter. So I'm done. I'll click finish. Okay, group 6, enter. Okay, that is done. So to label, I'll say yes. So I'll just come here, click and click. So that is done nicely. Okay, for my top distribution bar. Okay, all I need to do, okay, is just to adjust it a little bit. Okay, okay, to do this, I'll just move this one up a little bit. Okay, okay, I can also move this one up a little bit, and that is that. Okay, so I'm done with my top distribution bar in this direction. So all I can do now is I can copy it to other. Okay, I'll stretch first. I'll stretch it, click enter, select. Okay, bring it down somewhere here. Okay, stretch, enter. Okay, it's okay here. Alright. Okay, so it's overlapping in this bar, so that is okay. So all I need to do is to copy to other points. So I'll select this bar. Okay, select this, select this, select this, select this. So once I'm done with that, I'll copy, CO copy. Okay, so I can just click on this place. Okay, go up. Okay, come here and click, copy bar set. Okay, come here and click. Okay, escape. So all I need to do now is to stretch. Okay, I'll click on stretch, enter, select this one, move it up a little bit. Okay, make sure it's crossing this line. Okay, select this one, and select this one. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this one up a little bit, okay, so there will be no clashes. Okay, so I'll click on stretch, enter, select this one, move it down, let it overlap a little bit. Sorry. Okay, let it overlap a little bit. So I'll come here, repeat the stretch, select this one, let it overlap a little bit. Okay, repeat the stretch, select this one and let it overlap a little bit. Alright, so now my top description bar has been created. All I need to do now is to add leaders to them. Okay, to this one, enter, repeat it here, enter. So I'll label existing bar. Okay, select this one, click and click. Okay, repeat it, select this one, come out here, click and click, enter. So I have successfully created my rebar details. Okay, I've done the bottom bars, okay, in this direction, okay, and in this direction. I've done all the top bars, 1, 2, 3 in this direction, and 1, 2 in this direction. I've done the distribution bar 1, 2, 3, 4 in this direction, 1, 2, 3 in this direction. Okay, so everything has been done properly. Okay, everything has been done properly. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to be deleting all these lines that facilitate the. Okay, I'm going to be deleting all these lines that I use in creating my details. I also delete all these ones. Okay, alright, so I've deleted all the lines I used. Okay, so I think with this now we have successfully detailed the slab panel. Okay, so in the next session now we'll detail the section.